The Central Corentyne Chamber of Commerce, in collaboration with the Government of Guyana, will hold Berbice Expo 2015 in September. Sasha Ramsaran reports.
The Central Corentyne Chamber of Commerce, in collaboration with the Government of Guyana through the Ministry of Business, will be hosting its 11th annual Berbice Exposition and Trade Fair, which is scheduled to run for 4 days, commencing on Friday, September 18th and concluding on Monday, September 21st. The event will be hosted at the Albion Sports Complex ground. The launching ceremony, which was held on Wednesday at the Central Corentyne Chamber of Commerce building at Williamsburg Rose Hall, saw the attendance of a number of executive members of the Chamber's board, as well as the Honorable Minister of Business, Dominique Gasking, and the Regional Chairman for Region 6, Mr. David Armagan. President of the Central Corentyne Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Tejpal Ajodia, made his remarks on the hosting of this year's exposition.
The Corentyne Chamber of Commerce is once again pleased to be hosting the 11th Berbice Expo and Trade Fair. You may recall over a decade ago, maybe November 2004, this chamber was formed. Like our chairperson had said, a few months thereafter, in July of 2005, we embarked on the first Berbice Expo and Trade Fair. Of course, we could not have done it on our own. We were fully supported by the then Minister, Mansour Nadir, and the Secretariat at Sophia. They actually helped us run the first Expo. We were told at that time that we need to get a hang of it, that very soon you guys will have to start doing it on your own. Of course, in another 2 or 3 years, we started to do most of the planning on our own. Of course, the ministry continued to play a vital part in organizing this event. And to date, we continue to use the Sophia complex, their secretariat there, to collect and to book exhibitors from that area. This event, as you know, is done in collaboration with the Government of Guyana. It is a national event, and now through the Ministry of Business. The Chamber, of course, will continue to do the bulk of the work. What we need is the continued support now from the Ministry of Business, and of course, it also has a tourism aspect to it. So we also expect that the Minister of Tourism, Honorable Cathy Hughes, will also get on board and support the Berbice Expo Trade Fair. Over the years, a number of persons, this being a calendar event, would have planned their vacation to be in Guyana to be part of the showcase. I want to tell you, over the last 10 years, we have not disappointed. And we don't intend to go down that road. I don't want to tell you that this year will be bigger and better. For big, we're constrained. We cannot go beyond the boundaries of the Albion cricket ground. Like I said before, it's a national event. It is the single largest event in Berbice that attracts in excess of 20,000 visitors every year. We hope this year that we can have more visitors. But sometimes I feel that, you know, the amount of effort, the amount of resources, and the amount of planning that goes into the Berbice Expo, that a lot more could have been achieved by patrons merely visiting and getting ideas out of it.
Regional Chairman Mr. David Armagan also contributed a few remarks on the importance of the trade fair to the region.
Happy once again to be associated with yet another ceremonial launching of the Berbice Expo and Trade Fair. I wish to commend the Central Corentyne Chamber for first of all initiating this trade fair in 2005 and to be able to sustain it over the years up to this day, in which here again launching another trade fair. As is explained to you, this is perhaps the largest single calendar event in our county, in our region, and that people look forward to it with great enthusiasm and expectations, because coming to this time of the year in July, August, many people want to know when is the date for the trade fair. And that is because people have become accustomed over the years that during this time, the Central Corentyne Chamber is going to put up another show and bring out Berbicians to have an idea of what is being produced not only here in Berbice, but in Guyana and some other parts of the Caribbean. And it also gives them an opportunity to come out with their families, to have some form of entertainment. Because if you go to these expos, you will find that entertainment is a major part of this exposition, where you have lots of fun, lots of drinks, lots of dancing and so on. So it's a pretty well put together package for the Berbice community. But what I would like to say is that, or to see, is that there is more exhibitors coming to these events. And what I've, over the years, maybe we have some of the same people who've been here from here since 2005. And so I think we need to expand into some of the non-traditional areas that we have been exposed to.
The closing remarks were delivered by Honorable Minister of Business Dominique Gasking, who, subsequent to apologizing for his 2-hour late arrival, pledged his ministry's full support for the activity and officially declared the launching of the event.
It is a privilege to be here for the launching of Berbice Expo 2015. It is also a privilege to be here in Berbice. And I'm looking at the theme of the event, fostering national pride and advancing economic progress. And I think it's a very appropriate and very relevant theme. And, you know, the idea of national pride, I think, is something that is extremely important. And being in Berbice drives that home, at least to me, because I can tell you that I have met so many Guyanese, whether in Guyana or out of Guyana, and you know, when you ask, well, where are you from, first thing you hear, well, I'm a Berbician. And successful people, some of the most successful people in this country have their roots in this county. I happen to have grown up in Demerara, and I don't think there's a word that describes us. I can't say, well, I'm a Demerarian or a Demerarian. There's no word that we use for that. And that should tell you, as Berbicians, you have a word that describes you, that is recognizable, and that is what, you know, pride is all about. We're talking about national pride. I think there is a national pride in all of us. I think when Guyana shines, we all feel proud. So in closing, I know that this year's event will be a successful one. Having pulled off 10 successful events, I don't anticipate that there will be any problems with getting this next one off the ground. And I look forward to attending the event come September. Now I know I am here to launch the event, and perhaps the chairperson, Madam Chairperson, will guide me on what exactly I have to do or say in order to fulfill that obligation. Do I just say that I hereby launch Berbice Expo 2015.
This year's Berbice Expo will be held under the theme Fostering National Pride, Advancing Economic Progress. The event will commence at 4 p.m. for each of its scheduled days. Persons who are interested in obtaining booths at the event are advised to call the number 322-5264 to book their spots early. Ticket prices will remain the same as previous years, with adult tickets costing $500 and children tickets $300. Sasha Ramsaran reporting for Channel 8 News.